krug ljudi. Evo me opet, nije me bilo jedno 2 dana. Ne, protegao, odmah sam kresno protegao. Idemo na novu misiju. Begin! Vidimo gdje će nas to odvest. Okej. O, idemo kod profesora.
You cannot be serious. Goblins working with Rookwood makes no sense.
It is rather unorthodox, to say the least.
Unorthodox? It's inconceivable. It's... Ah, Fig. You have a visitor. I'll see what I can find out.
Ajde, bok.
Sir, I was able to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black. It was a book we were after.
Ja. Dolk. Ajmo malo blbetati sa profesorom.
That's... Wait. You accessed the restricted section? But how? Thinking on it, perhaps it's best you spare me the details.
Fair enough. In fact, the book was below the restricted section as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First, let's have a look.
Oho, da pogledamo malo knjigu.
Oh dear.
Neke maznije, neke
Some of these pages seem to be missing. It appears someone has got to the book before us.
Vjerojatno ćemo ih tražiti.
Still, I will need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful, though it may take some time. I wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir. I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive. Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
They were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why those memories? Perhaps this book will explain. I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
Adida Jaiden? Of course, what will you tell him?
What will you tell them about Mr. Osric's death?
I don't know how much I dare say. George tried to convince the ministry about Ranrock, but to no avail. My instinct is to follow the path we are on for the moment and keep the details to ourselves until we know more.
Of course.
I understand. I'll see what I can learn about the missing pages while you're gone.
Good. Don't neglect your studies. Your wand work is improving by the day, but you'll want to pay attention in herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return. Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as well.
Okay. Dižemo se. Gdje sad moram ići? Ajde. Aha. Če je tu?
Meet me in Lower Hogsfield as soon as possible. I would like to talk to you about Rookwood and Harlow, and it might be best to do so outside of the castle.
Okay, zekmini koordinape. Map. Now, if you explore, really remove fog on the real more the map on the...
Professor Fig and Weasley have asked...
Protego!
an additional defensive
svaki
spell,
put se prema.
please complete the assignments I have given you, and then proceed to see me in my classroom.
Ha jebemo, kamo si ti sad?
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Ja. Malo ćemo se sad pogubit. Ne sjećam se di treba vidjeti kad ne igrate par dana odmah problemi. Ali možda na mapi bi mi to mogao. Kako da sad? Opet. Track quest. Herman glas. A idemo tu. Okej. Šibamo tamo, da vidimo čaje. Ovi non stop isto sviraju. Znam, ajde vi dva. Hop. Bravo. Wa ba da ba ba ba. Dobar dan. To on tamo svira. Njega smo vidjeli. Tu je opet onaj... Ne leti. Sam ga zgorija. Op. Kamo to gremo, čovječe, gledi ovo. 26 metri.
Handy.
Evo me.
Growing Punja's onion again.
Pored nje moram poći. Ne. Zaš mi je to? Čem je to da? Begin F. Sad ćemo doći valjda kod nje. Da, da. To će ono škičat.
Good morning, Professor Garlic. How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie. Ah, hello.
Hello.
Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb.
To je za kuneliće lovit.
Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we?
Samo da ne škičiju.
First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
Šta treba pritiskat? Porka majka.
Quickly! Place your mandrake in the new core and pat down the soil!
Šta treba pritisnut? Aha, nije mi... Majka maj škičalo.
The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease.
Dobro.
Reparo!
Ma da, ova sve
I'm very
napraviti.
sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then.
Baš mi
off you
je bilo
go.
zanimljivo, samo mi sad zuju ušima.
Splendid work, everyone.
Ćao, Bela.
Now, for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables.
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
I do wonder about Professor Fig. He's hardly ever in his classroom. Most strange.
Mama.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
I nearly went deaf. Da, da.
I'll say, nearly went deaf.
Well, yes. Of course, the cry of a mature mandragora can be fatal, so remember to keep those ears protected. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Really?
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy or roses?
Dittiny's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class.
Empty i česat. V. Select. Aha. Si. A če je to si? A, to je kao... Znači, tu je basin. I onda idem... Tu ništa, ništa, ništa. Back.
Well done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Da? Nešto grize. Ča to? Ča smo ludi?
Hello.
Hey.
Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages.
I'm a 7.
Up these stairs will take us there. But your lead.
Yes, nego ki. Ja znam
nice
put.
work in defense against the dark arts,
Ima
by the
neku
way.
magiju za...
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian. And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was... Here we are.
Di si?
Home of the Chinese chomping cabbage.
Idemo vidjeti šta je to.
Go on. Grab a few of those cabbages. Just mind your... Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it. And they'll do the rest.
Vlada sve kolekt. Sad idem kod dami. Aha. Šta ću sad s tom dami? Hold tab and tab to open tool ventil. Idemo T. Repair, to. Tu meni niš ne izgleda ovo. Da moram... Nemam pojma šta treba delati. Da, ovi su mi... Ilumine... Ostaje živ... Nemam pojma. Ne znam. Ćemo vidjeti šta treba napraviti. Daj, sad da vidimo.
Incendio. Levioso.
Šta sam mu napravio? Neka pijem. Tu opet, znači hold... Tab. Tab. Tab to use. Časa bi treba. Ne kužim ča treba delat. Možda tako tab. 4.
Akio! Levioso!
Ne kužim ča trebam delat. Ča trebam te delat? Čekaj, off, collect, tu još nisam pobrao ovo. Čekaj, moram sve pobrati. Hold tab and tap to open the... Da? Ne kužim. Nemam pojma šta tu treba delat. And I think the Chinese coming back. Da? Čekaj, moram ga, ne može negdje.
Look at that! They'll jump on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters.
Kužić, ja sam to napravio.
Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid boob tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone. But, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
Da, kad ne kužiš engleski kako treba. To ako nešto I'm surprised to call handy. Sure, but that's just a dummy. I was imagining.
Just because those cabbages will chomp on a dummy doesn't mean they do the same on, say, a goblin.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Vidimo se. Opet moram pojeti na sat. Hop. Evo me, tu sam.
And with that helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragonhide gloves, I shall end our lesson.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits.
Ne.
And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
I don't care much for plants, honestly. Aha! Don't care much for plants, honestly. But
Thank you, Professor, but looking after plants isn't all that thrilling to me.
I think you'll come to see that the fruit is well worth the labor. As we herbologists like to say,
meni se ne da kopati.
tend to your plants and they'll tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Malo se ufendila, čovječe. 100% se ufendila.
Hope those mandrakes are really relishing their new pots. Only cost me my damned hearing.
Šta da ti kažem? Čekaj, mapa. Mapa. Di sad trebam poći? Di sad trebam poći? World map. Idemo. Ajde, bok. Čekaj, čabe štite. Tok. Daj da vidim.
The best time to plant a seed is last season. The second best time is now.
Baš ne da mi se to slušat. Idemo mi vjerojatno negdje u prirodu. Ne. Tu. Open the door. To oni će se mlate. Trubiti. Opet sam dobio neke... Ne, blokat. Čajte, daj. Čas su mi oni tu sad ponudili. I tu nešto... A di sam ja? Ma grem tamo, baš me zanima. Ono me prvo ovo... poslalo. I to trčećim korakom. Tak, tak, 500 metri. Da li bi ja morao nekako putovat? Mislim Zoom, rotate back. Nemam ja tu first travel. Wait back, change, zoom. Ne, moram trčat. Znači nema tu... Ništa, trčimo. Šta je za nas 500 metri? Bez... Visti classroom. Šta je to? Šteta, zatvoreno je, baš me zanimalo. Moram ja tu će pobrat forši. Šta je tu? Nič. 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 Nastavak trčanja, ne? Ajmo, ubrzajmo. Tu se ne moramo umorit. U toj igrici. Hopala! Bolje da malo mi pobiramo te stvari. Vjerojatno za nešto će koristit. Još 400 metri. Evo ih ovi. Sklak. Ništa, opasan sam s tim štapom ko profesorica u osnovnoj. Teta učiteljica. Koliko još metri? Uš, to me prestraši. Šta je tu? To je ono čablebeće vjerovatno. Šta ne?
Off on another adventure, are we?
Jeste. Ajde, čao. Kako je lipo čovjek leti. Lipo je. Idemo dole. Još to 150 metrića je to. Ko buongiorno. Se mora tu poći. O! F. Čo je to? A tu će... A vidiš, tu je nešto. Kondot je tamo. Stari kondot.
This looks intriguing.
Da, baš ono, nešto. Vidjet ćemo sad šta će biti. Poveća za pobrat, nije niš. Još 35 Nešto sam čuja. A, ovo. Dobro čujem, daj ćemo pobrat s čema već.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Yeah, me too, me too. Idemo.
Hello, Natty. How are you?
Fumat.
I hope you've recovered from our rather eventful trip to Hogsmeade.
I am well, but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
I'm all right at the moment.
We did not speak about it at the time, but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
Always something. They want something to follow. I can.
They want something that Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Gringotts?
Just before we came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting ceremony. A portkey brought us there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on earth?
There's one more thing. It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. Professor Fig says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
Is that the magic you used fighting the trolls in Hogsmeade?
I think so. I'm still learning, but I can see traces of it, and I've cast magic I can't otherwise explain. I know that's a lot to absorb.
It is. And I will have more questions. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us, to all of us, which is why I wanted to speak to you. I realized something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such courage fighting that troll, and Serona wasn't intimidated one bit by Rookwood and Harlow. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibili-land. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair on their own, and the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well...
All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right. But how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
I beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
Quest complete. Ki je to govorio, čovječe? Ki se će bilo da renu vodu? Oni pođu vodu. To je samo ni duboka. Ni. Dobro.
Protego!
Protego, da. Bravo. Homo, kao moramo poći? Koliko metri? 70 metri, dakle ni puno.
They must have come this way. Think!
Opa.
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be...
Enough out of you.
Opa.
Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
I see you. Leviosa. You insolent! Stupendous.
Accio.
What are you doing?
Bravo, teta. Riješimo ih. Ste dobro, Šiora.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
To je neki glavni vođa bande. Uf, to će biti teplo, a? Gledaj tamo gore neki. Uf, defeat Dark Wizard.
Stop right there! We can hold them off!
I'm not going anywhere with you. Accio.
Coward! Going off! Child!
Tell Rookwood to find me himself.
To your knees.
Accio. Accio.
Leviosa. No.
Opa, još ja.
Accio.
Leviosa.
Opa, pa. Če je ono, B? B. H. Ne, čas sam to napravio. Back.
Learn that in first year, did ya? Stay in school next time.
Srednja me je, čovječe. Ali zašto nemam ja... Zašto nemam ja ovo... Za se healat? A? Morat ćemo biti mobilniji, ne? Čekaj da vidimo samo kako se heala. Čekajte, samo malo. Samo malo. Samo malo, čekajte.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Dobro, čekajte sad. Dobro, to znam.
Do you really think you can...
Settings. Heal G. Znači G je healanje.
Tiger, we can hold them off!
I'm not going anywhere with you.
You take this student over my dead body!
Ha! You're easier.
You having the knacker?
I know your kind. Aha! Back for more.
Is that the best you got?
Knew you were still hanging.
Accio.
Oh, nice try! Tiger!
Pay for your deed.
Levio, tell Rookwood to find me himself.
Little brat.
Jebi ga, zajeba sam. Gdje smo stali? Heal. Nemam heala. Što će nemam heala? Čo je to? Čo je to? Tools, enemies, tako je, page, beast, integrate, combination, dice. To će biti.
Put me down right now!
Accio.
Release me. You're going to regret that.
Kako bi se ja
just
heala?
happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Nemam healova. Kamo da sad grem? Tolk.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
Who is Priya?
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in Merlin. Gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts.
Ima ženu.
Typical hard-working Hufflepuff.
Yeah,
Brilliant potioneer. Has her own shop in Nocturne Alley. She's a travelling vendor. Here's what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service. Historian and archaeologist specialising in Merlin's work and life.
I thought that Merlin and the tales about King Arthur's court were a myth.
Mere myth? You're lucky Sir Cadogan didn't hear you. Chatters on endlessly about his connection to Merlin from his portrait at Hogwarts. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the centre. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the centre of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honours? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis.
Biti tu puno, čovječe.
I brought a trunk chock full of mallow sweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
Di?
This trunk?
Yeah.
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the mallow sweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the mallow sweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens.
Ne kužim. Use F.
My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
Ja, ča bi treba sad delat? Ča ti misli? Ča je tu?
Incendio!
Merlin's beard!
The flames make the pyre sink. Not so tricky after all, Merlin.
Merlin's beard! How beautiful! What a day! I can hardly believe it.
Gle. Čaj, mi ti sad nestalo ono. Šteta. Ajmo još malo popričati s njom.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require mallow sweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, pleasure to meet you.
And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Dobro. Quest complete. Sad idemo u mapu. I vidimo gdje naš sad. Ne, mapu. M, je tako? M. Okay, locate on the map. Dobro, tu bi onda treba imati ovo putanju. Dobro. To je to, ljudi moji. 500 metri ćemo sutra teći. Za danas ćemo završiti. A ova igrica je stvarno nešto prekrasno. Stvarno nek bušt igrat. Dobro, dragi moji. Ako vam se svidjelo, bacite like, pretplatite se na kanal i vidimo se sutra. Samo da vidim gdje mi je miš. I to je to. Ćao, čao, dragi moji. Laku noć.